Want to turn your passion for drawing into a full-time career? Discover our courses at Brushcamp where you become a master in the realm of digital painting. Brushcamp offers tons of similar courses in illustration, 2D, 3D design. Level up your creativity with free knowledge and courses. Visit brushcamp.com today and explore endless possibilities.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Sketching course. We will go through Lesson 8, Study Toys Story Compilation Exercise. This lesson is pretty hard. From theory to practice, we are almost done with the course. From now on, most of them draw a lot and require you to be more diligent. On the screen you are seeing the topic for this compound exercise. It's a lot more difficult compared to the general exercise on plants and flowers. Just like before, we'll start with Woody, our boy. I will also briefly talk about the topic this time. From the structure of Lesson 1, choose a different pose and redraw the character. With the line version, request more material description, change of clothes, and students choose one of two topics, as topic 1 is to draw Woody and topic 2 is to draw Jessie. These two topics are quite similar. It's just different for each character. It's for those of you who like Woody or Jessie characters. It will be easier for you to choose, and from there we can also exploit the story of these two characters. I mean, when you draw, you can add some male or female elements. Like Woody or Jessie, it will be less boring. Kind of like that. If you want to draw female, it will have external elements. Support for your painting to become more beautiful. And similar to Woody is male. This line is getting closer to the end. I hope you guys. Hand-drawn is much more flexible. And handling these characters is also better. From the Sketching Leaves lessons, your hands have already trained quite a bit in strokes. Through this character requires smoother lines. It's more concise and clean. No need to use pencil lines anymore, because actually the pencil line is quite blurry. And if it blurs, it can fill a lot of voids. So you guys use thin lines. Hard brush lines in Photoshop are available. It will reveal a lot of gaps when you draw more details. Add material description and change the outfit. I think this outfit change is your favorite. That is, you can apply your creativity into another character. For now we will try to start with the character Woody. Here we have Woody's structure. And the real Woody is here too. How we can draw a character into a different pose. That's still keeping the character of that character. We'll draw that pose using the previous version of the structure. Everything comes from structure. And it ends with the structure too. That means when you reduce it all to structure, it will also become easier for you to move to other ones. Let's see what I can do with this structure. I'll lower the opacity of this structure. We have a structure like this. We will determine the important points of the head. First is the size. I will use another brush. Size of the head. Because this head is quite direct. Actually, it's still not very direct, but up here, since this angle is from the bottom, where will the top be? Like this. We divide it into 3 parts. This is the head. Hat. When splitting like that, you should remember the parts from earlier. Also have to look at each other. If you measure other objects, this is about 4 parts. Neck. This neck is. This is 3. This is 4. This is probably 0.75. Just an estimate. It also doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but it has to be estimated. You guys have a good estimate. Here I estimate about 4. I think it's a bit shorter. Hands too. We can determine the center of gravity. Here. This is about 2. 2. 2. Same goes for this hand. Once we've identified one's hand, not much needed. This leg is pointing in this direction, so it's a bit difficult to pinpoint, because it already has a lot of perspective. Define here. Here. 1. 2. 3, 4, 5. This is approximately 6. Now we have determined. And this one too. This is 2. We have identified each part, equal in size in the same unit. I don't know, this unit is usually centimeter. But we don't need. The estimation part is that I divide by the same distance, like this. And everything is working on this one. When I change my body shape, I will also apply this formula to be able to convert. Now I will try to draw a different pose. You have the right. Go to Pinterest or Google Photos to search for some poses or looks that you liked before. You can keep it next to you. But I believe those figures are not in proportion to this witty guy, and you all have to re-measure and work on it again, because you are beginners in drawing. So try composing a pose. It is also related to anatomy. It is also related to many other academic knowledge. That's why I still recommend you to study the shape of an external image, applying my character formula to be able to turn it into a character that fits that pose. We still have to go through this structure. It will train you to be scientific when drawing. I think so. I will try it. Draw a line here. I will draw this witty character sitting on a step. This scene is quite chill. I'll just draw the horizontal corner, not too much going anywhere. I chose the platform near my waist so I can measure it easily, because the shelf is fixed. So I left it as a fixed layer. I moved to another layer to work. I'm putting the steps on pretty much the same level as Woody's hips. If I let Woody sit up now, we can always keep watch. Where will Woody's belly be? Do you understand? Woody's belly is here, so that we can continue to measure the size on this, without having to wonder where to put the body. I will determine. Woody guy sitting sad. I will determine the top. 1 to 3. This Woody character is sitting sad, his neck will be come down. 0.5, 0.75. The person is a little stooped. Drawing is the geometry of the structure on the left. Because we already have the structure, it's easy for us to change our shape. Sit with a little arched back. Approximately 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. Woody's head I'm drawing is a bit big. Big for the size measured. Woody will be there. This Woody guy has a pretty easy to draw form. You can see the real picture. Woody's arms will be quite low. It's here, it's not like usual. We can identify the left hand. Because Woody's leg are cloth, so this place will be slightly curved. Because it's fabric, unlike us humans, this place of human is the butt. This butt will go down like this. As for Woody, his feet are made of cloth, so he will drink a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here 2. Let's loosen up a little. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. The shoe is also from the end of the foot. Now we'll put it together. We will put the meat. This place of Woody is going to expand, because this is a canvas pants. At the second almost point, Woody's shoes will appear. So is this leg, from this second point. There will be some folds here. Similar to this is the hand. His arms will fold here too, then it swells up. Now I will define the face axis. I will talk about what the face is. For example, divide our faces like this. The main face axis is the center of gravity axis of the face. In the middle, past the nose and between the eyes. The face axis will go in the middle, because this Woody guy's face is sad. I think the head will be slightly bowed. You use the L key to use the lasso tool. Select Ctrl+V to be able to resize. This point is the central point of this size frame you put here. When it moves, it will take this center of gravity as the pivot point. You can turn anywhere, or you can move it up here and it will rotate like this. Do you understand this focus? Ctrl+T. We were pretty much right about face proportions. The size ratio. The correlation between the parts and it is quite similar. I take the face shaft here. We will determine this road will be somewhere on the line, almost the second line. This picture is divided into 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This style is a bit low. That will be here. Woody's eyes in this pic will be sad. I'll draw it a bit sad. Woody's eyes are so big. Nose. This angle is also slightly from the bottom looking up. We can see the bottom of the nose. Add sad mouth. Woody's eyes look down. See Woody's big eyes, here. Woody's eyes look down. Eyebrow. Continue. Now for the extra details. Woody's hat. Woody's hat is crossed like this. Let it have soul. It has more soul. Since it bends down, the hat will sag with it. This is a bit too much. I already measured the hat. 1, 2, 3. Still a bit small. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, this size. Delete this line for it. It's important. Add some concavity, but I will add in the detailed version. This hair will be a little above this 3rd street. And the top of the ear will be below the eye. I will have a copy like this. This part will be more curved. Now we will lower the opacity of this sketch, so that we can continue on to the clothes section. Or I'll move to the final sketch now. And the sketch version is just enough. But it's not too clean. Create a new layer and start drawing. And you draw relatively well. Just need to see Woody. You don't even need to draw 100% of the original, because we have to change our clothes too. Woody might be biting a flower or something. I'll draw the outfit short here. According to my idea, you don't need to tie it to me. Now I will. In case Woody goes to work, he wears a suit. This Woody character looks rugged. Even if you go to the office, your hands are still squishy. Still have to be sewed. We still have to describe it as a toy, not turn it into a human. Woody's hand is always willing to hang at the bottom. Oops, hand is a bit small. Make it bigger. This side too. You are allowed to edit continuously during the drawing process. That's the beauty of machine drawing. And we can correct the things that we drew wrong. There will be an extra fold here since it's fabric. The measurement methods between Jessie and Woody are the same. Those of you who want to draw Jessie can check out my recent drawing. It's all the same. Office shoes. Sad woody boy. I draw this place a bit weird, but I think if this character is sitting on the steps, it's going to bend here. We can add some details. Pocket. Side pocket. Through coloring, you can add more things. Now I will remove this horizontal bar to make it more correct. Woody is looking sad and confused. I still don't like the face. Maybe it's a bit fat. It's too chubby. You can fix it. You can fix it. Like me. I will squeeze it a little thinner. And I'll still crouch like this. This guy still has this signature hat. We can be more creative by removing this hat. You can have creative breakthroughs. Office workers don't wear cowboy hats. It's very strange. You can use eraser here a few lines. Make it more shiny. Shading the neck part. Draw a guitar. But note that do a lot of research, see a lot of references. No problem. You can draw according to some objects in life. There is no requirement for you to be creative. You can still do it. You can still redraw yourself. This guitar. Just point back the first two parts. You can use the pen tool instead of a craftsman like me. It's messed up. I will add more thickness to the guitar by tilting it a little on this side. It will show this face. There's a pot of plants here. You incorporate the exercises you have learned. Adding a beard or something is also not a bad idea. There are many types of beards. You can choose from a variety of beards, lots of beards. Similar to the character Jessie, you can also be creative. You can create many hairstyles. Any guys whose girls take this course. Of course, I think you should choose Jessie. It also has many directions for creativity. More clothes, dresses, completely changed personality, as well as, we will almost create a story of our own. For the girl. Like that. You can add thin lines here. To distinguish the back of the head and the front of the head. Quite like Japanese. Add some eyeshadow. Small contact shadow here. To make it more lively. If you've reached this step in drawing, I think the painting is already good enough. But you can refine more. Refine it into the environment a bit. And stop here. And the extension like the beginning of the post, I said. That's you do one more layer with cleaner lines. This line. You need to finish this line. That is for those of you who are able to do the extended exercise. The same article is the very clean version. You can draw this character from the beginning. No need to paint with pencil brush from scratch. Draw with this brush. You will get better, but of course it will be harder. I also need you guys to have clean and beautiful lines too, but not distorted. And use the pen tool if possible. Only in some special cases, please limit the use of this pen tool, because it's very straightforward. It will lose the beauty of the hand drawing. Do you understand? Losing the beauty of hand-drawn strokes, which is very important part in this course. The final output I need from you is, your hands have to be flexible. Your visual libraries are much improved. You know more things. And handle better. Not that you use the Photoshop tool more and more proficiently. You shouldn't use tools to draw. Refine it. If you like to color, just color. This guitar is pretty dangling. This guitar is too dangling. I'll add a bag. This woody guy goes to work. So I will add a work bag. Work bag. We are drawing the character Woody. In the human age. It needs an undershirt too. Like that. It needs to have undershirts too. Add shadow. You just draw. Our sketch will get better and better. I color it gray. We will merge these two layers to make it a common layer. And connect the points where it is superfluous. Connect all. This one is left blank because I won't close this frame. Framed it will leave Woody sitting on a rather low step. Losing the chill style, it turned into a sad sitting. Sad. It looks chalky. Continue using the magic wand tool to be able to smear everything on the outside that we have learned. At the drawing leave session, I have to adjust everything. Choose Select. Choose Modify. Expand. Choose 2. That it will indent to pixels. Choose Create a new layer. Put below this layer. Choose a gray color. Ctrl plus Shift plus I to invert selection. Coloring. You see? Click the question mark to lock this layer. Color it again. Then we move to the stairs. Create a new layer. You can use the pen tool. Choose spread down here always. And for what purpose? I will show you. I'm not going to paint the frame, but I will choose this brush. Paint it like watercolor paintings. Here I will add the details gradually, bigger. It looks very artistic. I press M. Hold Alt to remove this selection. For what? To make this darker. But I locked it. Press Alt Delete for filling and it's automatically darker. Color it darker. Because this color belongs to the upper body. So I delete it. Select this sample all layers to select all. I swipe here to choose. It's less leaky. It's so leaky. Just like the expand, the shortcut I just pressed is the expand command. I have installed the shortcut. You can go to edit. No, choose keyboard shortcuts, so that you can adjust more shortcuts. Like expand if you find that step too long. You can use it like me. Lower the brightness of this one. Lower the brightness of this one. Lower the brightness of this one too. It's like that. Why do we reduce the brightness? I will explain to you. I created the shadow first. Hold Alt to clipping mark on this wall. Now I choose multiply. This is the blending mode. You choose multiply to color it darker. Provided that your fill color must be light on this. It will be enough darker. And if you shade here, it will be much darker. Why is this blend mode used? Because you paint over. It will still keep the tint of the original color that you painted it, not like the mode that when you paint it, it will be out of control. It flies away all these textures. These streaks of material and the resulting blend makes it easier to paint these. It still retains the texture. You see? Create a shadow below, because this is the citadel. I'll make a shadow of the legs. This leg is lifting, so I think its shadow is here. Just estimating. This is one of the last steps. You should do it last. Don't do it first. Let's just finish drawing. Draw well the character. Then do this step. Don't be greedy. Jump to do this step. Let it be here. Of course the shadow will be here too. Now I'll start with the shadow on it. Continue creating layer, but this time let's max it to this area. Also select multiply and similar color area. This is not here yet. Coloring here. Here too. Now starts here. This is a trick to make your sketch less color matched. Or is it easier to separate? Finish this. You choose a specific direction of light. I choose this direction of light. This part is pretty much hidden. We're just covering a little here. You will be guided more carefully in the coloring course. And here I just demo for you. If you are diligent, you can do this for fun. Of course, this step is not required. It is for those of you who knows how to shade. Everything will be easier for you. If we don't know how to shade, just skip this step. It's already great just doing the line part. Here is covered by a lot of sunlight, because the sunlight doesn't come. Hands are also covered. Its effect is quite large. Look at the more emotional picture. You will see it will be more beautiful. This has to be covered too. Even his shadow falling over here is covered more. But not less than this. Let's stop here for now. As for the illustration, I draw illustrations in color. I will guide you to shade better. In sketching course, I should stop at this step. And if you are diligent, you can do this more. You will create one more layer. Sign a fancy autograph. Looks very artistic. Sign up, and this product you have the right to show off. This product is yours to show off. You can save it as a character, a different version of the Toy Story character we draw based on the movie Toy Story. You have the right to show off without infringing any copyright, because this character is already an international character. You can reuse it, so you can fanart it. You can credit Woody fanart in Toy Story. Then name the content of the picture something. You can post anywhere. But it is complete your intellectual property. The character Woody is like that, and the character Jessie is similar to this. You analyze and do the same thing. The way it works, you can add or design the landscape environment. Maybe Jessie is sitting on a swing, going to school, sewing. Or you can find on Pinterest that you like. Then draw it as Jessie, with the correct ratio. Have fun doing your homework. Thank you. See ya.
Please like and subscribe to our channel.